Musk has and is going to have a huge seat at the table in a Trump administration. And I'm not just talking about the Doge and in terms of what ultimately could come from behind. I think this is a game changer because when you look at autonomous and AI and really the regulatory spider web that's really, I believe, locked some of that potential, there's $1 trillion of value alone just on AI and autonomous. And when we start to look out over the next 12, 18, 24 months, I do not believe that $2 trillion is ridiculous. I think to some extent it could be conservative. This is a poker move for the ages that Musk made on Trump. And now him and Tesla are going to just be significant beneficiaries.
When you talk to investors of Tesla, are they concerned about, again, we've talked about this over and over again, about him spreading himself too thin. He seems to be able to keep all the balls in the air, and he's done that during his entire career. Here's another big ball in the air.
Sure.
Is this too much, maybe?
I think when it goes back to even all the Twitter acts and the worries about, taking the eye off the ball, clearly that did not happen. Yep. So there's more comfort there in terms of... Now, when it comes to on the government side, you want him more involved. The more involved he is better for it's better for big tech. Because ultimately, when you say it's like Apple and it's unrelated, it actually is related because when it comes to China tariffs, guess who's going to have a big seat at the table? It's going to be Musk. Because you will have, I truly believe, carve-outs when it comes to Tesla, Apple, and some of the supply chain in terms of NVIDIA.
A lot of political pundits, both sides of the fence, don't agree with you. This is a guy who did Twitter, he did PayPal. I get all the technology, Dan Ives, chit-chat. Can he work in a political maelstrom like international relations between Washington and Beijing?
Yeah, it's good. Look, I think like him and Cook are probably the only two that have been able to navigate the China tightrope political in Beijing. So there's no one that understands the China dynamics and also has a very good relationship with the President Xi in terms of Musk. And that's why when you look at this is, I think, look, it's going to be a golden era in terms of tech, golden era for Tesla, for Musk. And that's why with Trump getting it changes everything because, look, the FTC is going to be done, consensus view in terms of the street perspective. M&A is going to significantly accelerate. And that's why I think it's a champagne moment. It continues to be 10 p.m. in the AI party that goes to 4 a.m. So
for EVs in general, what's your latest thinking on just kind of where demand is there for EVs? It seems like we've hit a bump in the road here. How do you think about that?
Yeah, we've definitely hit a bump in the road, but I'd actually say we're starting to actually trough out, and you're starting to see growth specifically, not just in the U.S., but especially China. I mean, Tesla just had their strongest China quarter ever, but the big thing here, Paul, is that the EV tax credits, one of the first things that Trump's going to do is going to rip them. They're going to pull them, the tax credits.
But don't the tax credits spur demand?
So that's a negative for the EV industry, a negative for GM, Ford, Detroit, 313 area code. Is it a negative
for Musk?
But it's a bullish for Musk and Tesla because they have the scale and scope where it's unmatched. So they can make money on a $35,000 vehicle. The others can't.